Hey guys, Clumsy here and welcome back to ETS2. We are part 2 of delivering this cool looking truck here from Mannheim to Poznan for the delivery. I am pre-recording this because I have a schedule to catch, 17 hours left to deliver Team Han Racing over to Poznan for their race. Hopefully we make it in time, so let's get started. So I still have the Cummins N14 engine sound enabled. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. But if not, let me know and I'll adjust next time, okay? And why are the wipers still good? There we go. Move the parking brake. Look left. We're good. Alright. Yeah, it was a bit rainy last night, so you can still see the raindrops in there, but it's very nice, the engine they have here, where the raindrops just dissolve after a while. It's very natural. Berlin. So the trip left is not quite long anymore, 272 kilometers. So we can take our time and maybe do some sightseeing. But yeah, I like this set of jobs from World of Trucks. They give you a real like mission, and the destinations are not too short. Thank you. So this one in particular that we drove is 800 kilometers, where you take teams from different countries, different cities, to one particular destination. And in our case, it's Poznan. By the time you watch this video, maybe it's a different destination altogether because they change every 3 days. And I think there's a schedule somewhere, but I did not bother to read it. I like getting the surprise of where to go to next. But it's nice. I'm wondering how long it will last, because I still have a lot to go. This is only my second job, so still a lot of jobs before we can finish this. But yeah, I want to try out every different type of trailer. Oh, this is a very nice junction. This must be part of the rebuild, huh? Germany rebuild, probably. Looks like it, yeah. Definitely feels like one of the newer ones. Yeah, because I'm in the base map with World of Trucks contracts, you don't want any map mods distorting the picture. It causes quite a lot of bugs. Like if you have pro mods enabled and if you're doing a World of Trucks contract, it can get quite messy. So I suggest you turn off map mods or use a different profile. Use a vanilla profile even if you want. Looking good. Can I squeeze in, bro? Will you let me pass? Doesn't seem eager. Let me go closer a bit. Now he's giving space. Thank you. Alright. Take a photo here. Can we be lucky and get a train on view? Maybe not a train, but a nice, cool looking car. What brand is that? Guess some kind of Audi. As close as possible to an Audi. How about that one? That one works, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go with that. Bit of a close-up. Cannot see the truck anymore though. I would like to see like the yeah, that one works. That one works. Something cool with racing trucks. Let's also get one with our trusty DAF here. Yeah, that's not bad at all. It's not look half bad. Good. It's a classic. It's a workhorse. And it will get them where they need to go. On time. Hopefully. I think the only question mark here is the driver. Anyway, alright. Let's continue our Q&A. We are continuing with Jay's questions. Our next one is... Oh, what's happening? Oh, it's super laggy. Because of that random event, they still haven't fixed it, the burning tanker with the super laggy smoke. So you can really feel the frames getting eaten by those smoke particles. After that, after we've cleared it though, things should go back to a smoother rate. So we just ignore it. Right. Do you think it's important to keep up with the news, or do you not care? I think it's important to have a view, to have like an idea of what's happening in the world. But you don't need to be up to date with every single thing, like just for the sake of knowing. So I guess it's a matter of balance as always. Oh, another one of those nice junctions. Slow down a bit. There's a bit of windiness in here. There you go. Oh, that looks amazing. Yeah, driving through Germany is always a pleasure because of these beautiful highways. So yeah, I think it's important that you know a bit of what's happening in the world, because being clueless, in one point ignorance is bliss, but in the other it's a bit well, one thing, you will not be able to relate with your peers, with your friends, with your colleagues, and you won't know what's happening with the world. I'm more of like that, you know. I'm a bit oblivious to what's happening around me, which is, I think, not so good a thing. There needs to be a balance, ideally, where you know a bit, where you are familiar, you are aware of what's happening, so you can adjust, you can prepare if you need to prepare for anything, if you need to be wary of anything, so you just don't go blindly go out and apparently there's a dangerous thing happening already, you know. So just knowing enough to keep yourself safe, to still be part of the conversation, things like that. But you don't need to know everything just for the sake of knowing and being able to relate everything to everybody. So I'm a real one of my pet peeves, I think I mentioned this before, are the know-it-alls, the Kias as we call them, the know-it-alls. Because know-it-alls are, it's good that they know a lot, but they tend to be very braggy about it, you know. Because know-it-alls who don't brag, they're not called know-it-alls, they're just knowledgeable. But knowledgeable people who brag a lot, those are, I hate working with those kind of people, interacting with those kind of people. It's too exhausting, you know. Everything is like a competition, everything is like I'm better than you, I know this, I know that, I know this, you don't know that. It's like it's not a competition. Just okay, you know, you don't need to know everything. So yeah, I tend to stay away from those kind of people because they exhaust me so much. It's a very nice border. Crossing over to Poland now, should be nearby. Yeah, 100 kilometers away. So yeah, I don't like know-it-alls. As always, it needs to be a balance between what you know and what you share. It's a balance about correcting people and staying silent and letting them be. And knowing the right balance is the key to becoming a very likable person. So if you notice people staying away from you, you might be doing it a bit too much. American Jake brake for the win. Stay here on the right side. I guess this is our lane. And there doesn't seem to be an easy pass lane or something like that. An auto pass lane. Wow. AI stuff. So why doesn't it open? I pressed it, right? Okay, there you go. Apparently it doesn't trigger if you're too far away. Okay. Good. Lots of birds there. Must be pretty dangerous for flying that amount. That many birds around the area. I didn't know birds could be so deadly, so critical for planes nowadays. I thought that was not a thing anymore. Good. Okay, good. Yeah, so I think always everything in moderation. Knowing just enough and sharing just enough is the key to becoming having a likable personality. Slow down. Roadworks up ahead. They even have like a portalet. They came prepared. Okay, next question. What's the nicest thing you've ever heard about yourself? What do you want to hear about yourself? That's a good question. What's the nicest thing I've heard about myself? That's a hard one. I don't usually like praising myself, so I don't usually think about this often. But if I think about it, I would like to be known as an expert. As an expert who doesn't brag. An expert who knows what he does, who is good at what he does, and who doesn't need to brag about it, you know? Like, the humble expert is what I want to be known as, or what I want to be seen as. Yes, so that is my goal. Like, I don't want to brag about it, but I still want people to know about it. So just as everything, in moderation. Just not being too quiet, because that will get you nowhere in the corporate world, but not bragging too much either, that it actually makes you a very, how do you say, douchey guy. So yeah, don't because I'm a technical kind of guy. I'm not very good at project management, processes, hierarchies, you know. I don't get these things. I don't remember them. But I am more of a technical kind of guy. I like getting into the weeds, getting into the details, looking at the code, fixing it there, and understanding how things work by looking at the details and reverse engineering them, things like that. So I like that kind of thing. And so it's a real compliment for me. Look at those cows, no legs. Is that jacks? Cows with no legs. Bit of an internal thing there. If you've been watching the stream, you might have heard it one time or another. Anyway, going back. So yeah, that's how I want to be known as an expert in my field, as a humble expert in my field, to be more exact. Because I don't want to show off, but I don't want to be hidden either. So as always, it's a balance, the right balance. And maybe here is how I want, the same is how I want to be seen as well. Even in the YouTube world, you know. I don't want to brag about these things, but I want to know about them. Like, for example, in trucking or in flight sim, in aviation. I want to know how things work. I want to know how to drive them. I want to know how to pilot them. I want to fly them, to drive them properly. I want to have the skills, and I want to be seen as an expert. So that's my goal, that to train and to be familiar and to be comfortable with them and to share them with you. And my goal is to be familiar enough, be exposed enough and trained enough that I am actually considered as someone who knows what he's doing, but not necessarily someone who brags about it, right? It just shows, you know. That's my goal. But how far away I am from that? Still quite far, I think. But it's the goal. So tiny steps, bit by bit, we'll get there. And I learn a lot thanks to you guys. So really huge thanks to you for contributing, for participating, for watching, liking, commenting, and teaching me a lot throughout the years. So huge thanks, and thank you for all the work, for all the help you've given, and hopefully I'm able to give back a bit of that help that you're giving me. Poznan, I see it. It's not this exit though. Maybe the next one. Okay. So that's my ideal thing. But what I've actually heard, maybe I've heard some similar things. Not yet at the level which I would be, like the ideal level, but quite similar things. So I'm very happy with the progress, and as I mentioned, it's a work in progress. So we'll get there eventually, but we'll take our time, do it step by step. Okay, now we turn left. Super loud jake brake. Why not? Okay, this side, good. Alright. Which show on TV do you absolutely have to watch live when it airs? We know you don't watch TV much, but it's just a question. Okay. Gilmore Girls? Maybe not. Nowadays watching live is not a thing anymore, is it? So maybe something that is time sensitive? News? Some important news? I don't know. Yeah, watching live is not a thing anymore with all the streaming services around. So, like, I don't know, maybe Game of Thrones, some popular series that can get to you, someone can spoil for you if you don't watch it immediately. So you try to watch it as fast as possible before all the spoilers come in. And that's for sure what will happen come April, sometime April I think is when Game of Thrones will release, right? Also Avengers Endgame going to release April 26, 24, something like that. So in a way you're watching it live, only it's not movie, it's TV. There we go, kind of forcing ourselves in here. Thank you. I don't find these intersections very realistic. I don't think they're there in real life. Like this major highway and having a junction like that, how would people squeeze in without causing problems? At the very least, you would need a traffic light there. With that much traffic getting into those roads, it's a recipe for disaster. I think that's just part of an old mapping thing from SCS. And there's a bit of traffic building up. Is this the same road we've gone into in the previous job? Maybe, huh? Maybe. Yeah, a bit of traffic. Well, I'm quite used to traffic in real life, so maybe we can wait a bit. Bit of bumper to bumper action. Next question, last question from Jay for now. If you were a waiter and the customer was a jerk, would you spit in their food? Let me think. So I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of a waiter. Okay, and then there's a very unruly customer. What would I do to get even? I probably would not spit on their food, but I would think of some other way to get even. Maybe I would I don't know, intentionally serve their food last so they get impatient or something like that. Because I think it's too much, spitting, even if it's an unruly customer, very rude and stuff. The fact that they're eating there still means they put their safety, they trust you with their food, and if you spit or do something, then you break that trust, and I don't think that's a very professional way of doing things. But there are milder ways of getting even, and just helping you sleep at night so you don't feel as oppressed, so you feel like you've maybe evened the odds a bit. Oh, my bad. So yeah, maybe I would serve their food late, or I don't know, what else can you do? Give them the worst of the lot. I don't know, but yeah, I wouldn't intentionally spit or how do you say, degrade their food, because that's also a mark against the restaurant, the establishment, that kind of, I think, degrades the quality of the place, no matter if it's a fine dining restaurant or a fast food. If you serve food, and you serve it with the best quality, regardless of the person, if the person deserves it or not. But yeah, I'll probably try and get even another way. I'm just not sure how. Maybe I'll wait for them outside. Just kidding. Stalk them on Facebook and I don't know, send some spammy emails. I don't know. No, probably not going to go that far. It's too much. There's too much hate in the world already. Might be best not to add on to it. That's good. Let's make sure that truck gets in one piece. Not sure how they're going to get that truck out if it's facing the wall, but that's their problem. They asked me to put it here, then I'll put it here. That looks decent. There you go. Okay. Just make sure not to reverse so much. Okay, it has space. Yeah, it has space to go out. Kind of. Still don't see the trailer legs. There might be there, a bit hidden. There we go. 801 kilometers. 40,000. Money. 2 out of 10. There we go. So the next one is from Stuttgart. Lots of guys from... Actually, most of these are German. Stuttgart, Munich, Berlin, Cologne, Frankfurt. Interesting. So yeah, maybe the next job we do, it's not out of Poznan anymore. Maybe we'll wait for the venues to change or something. But yeah, let's leave it there. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. I surely did. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, comment, share with your friends, all that stuff. Thank you for watching. and catch you in the next episode. Clumsy trucking, guys, and let's hear the horn. I think it's going to be loud, so cover your ears a bit. Oh, not too bad. Comes with built-in invisible air horns now as well. Thanks, and Clumsy trucking. Bye-bye.